Hello, who's that? Hello, David James. How are you? Hello. How are you all? I just thought I'd come on live and see if anyone was here and if we wanted to do anything. I've been too busy teaching, I'm afraid. I hope you're all well. The world is starting to come out of lockdown now, I think, isn't it? And I'm hoping you are all good. I thought perhaps we'd do a little bit of healing today. And maybe a little bit of card reading. I'll just for a quick half an hour. Okay. Okay, so let's ground and protect ourselves. First of all, take a deep breath in from the ground below you, holding the air in your lungs for a little while, and breathe out onto the black tourmaline. Then taking another deep breath in from the skies above you, again holding the air in your lungs for a little while, and breathe out any anxieties onto the stone. Then taking a third deep breath in from the seas surrounding the sacred lands that we live on. Again, holding the air in your lungs for a little while and breathing out any sadness into the stone. And then take a last deep breath in from the sun above you. Again, holding the air in your lungs for a little while and breathe out any anger, any annoyances into the sun. And then breathe out gently and start to grow roots out of your feet. They grow down and down and down through the soil and past the rocks and down into the very center, to the very core of the earth, where they find a giant stone to wrap themselves around. And then I think we'll imagine a candle flame at your solar plexus. Push that flame outwards and upwards and downwards to the front of you and behind you, creating a ball of impenetrable fire around you. And I'm just going to cleanse you with this selenite. I have no idea what we're going to do, just some kind of self-healing. My guides just told me to turn this on. So let's imagine that we're in a room of our choosing. We'll call it your sacred space. There's a comfortable chair in here. There's a shower in the corner and a doorway leading out to the astral levels. But first of all, just go and sit down in the chair as we open the energy centers of the body. And first of all, I'd like you to imagine a beautiful red colored energy traveling up your legs from the earth and into your base chakra, opening that energy center with a bright red energy. And then we'll move up to the Sacral Chakra just below your belly button. And imagine a beautiful orange energy opening and activating the sacral energy center. And then we'll move up to the solar plexus, where a bright white and yellow sparkly energy opens up the I am center of you. And then we'll move up to the heart center, where you can visualize green and pink lights opening and activating those energy centers now. And then we'll move up to the throat chakra, where you find a light blue color opening and activating this energy center to help you speak your truth. And then we'll move up to the brow chakra, where a deep indigo color floods in, opening your intuition and your knowing. And then we'll move up to the crown chakra, right on the top of your head, where a beautiful white light opens this energy center. You may feel the petals of the 1,000-petal lotus opening. And the energy that you have drunk up from the earth travels right the way up through you and out of the top of your head, spilling back down you like a nice earth energy fountain, to be drawn up your feet again, right up through you, spilling out of the top of your head. And now all the energy centers are open. I'd like you to bring the awareness back of your sacred space. And just imagine that you are standing up from the comfortable chair and that you're walking across your room to the shower now. And this is where we are really going to rinse off all of those annoyances, the worries, the anxieties, the pain. So step into your shower, closing the door behind you, turning the shower on, and a beautiful golden energy cascades out, washing your auric field clean. Anything that you don't want, any thoughts, emotions, doubts, the people that you can't get away from, just let the grime wash off you, the etheric emotional grime, and look down at your feet. It disappears down the plug hole. Cleanse and clear, shift and change, cleanse and clear. And I'm just going to use this double Lemurian. Just going to hold it above your crown, further flushing you out any unwanted emotions. Feeling the light codes as they cleanse and clear that we don't know is here. And when you feel cleansed and the water is running clear, just turn the shower off and step out of it. And walk across your room now to the astral doorway. The astral doorway leading out to the astral levels. Now we're really think on our feet here. I'm going to pull a card out for us to go to. I'll put the name of the deck in the show notes. Okay, we're going to pick out a card for the collective. Where do we all need to go? Everybody send your energy into the cards and into my hand. Let's see what we need to do today. Okay, we'll go to the Temple of Dreams. So there is a cloak hanging beside your astral doorway. Note its colour as you put it on. And I'd like you to step through your door, closing it behind you. And there are 3 steps leading down into a beautiful garden, a beautiful etheric garden on the astral levels. And you can see a lake in front of you with a boat. And there is a figure waiting in the boat for you. And they wave and beckon you over with a lovely smile. I'm just going to send healing to you all as you start to walk across the ground towards this boat. And you recognize this person probably by feeling rather than sight. One of your spirit guides, healing guides, or may even be a family or member or friend who's passed over. But this person has chosen to be your guide tonight. And you get into the boat and they cast off and start rowing you out into the middle of the lake. To the Temple of Dreams, a beautiful crystalline temple that is in front of you now, made of any crystal that you desire. It may be made of one type of crystal, or it may be made of hundreds and thousands of different crystals. And the air feels clear and you can smell jasmine, honeysuckle and rose wafting around on the ethereal breezes. And your guide asks you what you would like to dream about tonight. Just make a wish now. A beautiful healing wish for the Temple of Dreams. And the boat docks. Your guide tells you they will wait here for you. And you walk up the crystalline steps of the Temple of Dreams. One steady foot in front of the other. And there are fairy and angel beings all waiting for you at the top step. And you are invited in to lie down on a crystal couch. And then you start to fall asleep. Angels gently and let the guides and helpers start to work on you. You may feel breezes, warm and cool air thermals, and let your mind drift to all the nice things, wishes, hopes, desires. And don't worry, as long as you're not greedy. It's nice to wish things for ourselves. And see if you can feel which area in you is being worked on the most. It may have corresponded with the colour of your cloak at the beginning of this journey. If it is the base, if it is a red, then it will be the base area, maybe the digestive tract or lower abdomen muscles. If it is orange, it may be at the sacral, ovaries, the testes, the reproductive system, but also the emotions. It could be a bright yellow, which would be your sense of self at the solar plexus, the confidence center, the I am center. And it's okay to have a little bit of ego here. We all need ego. You could be feeling green and pink colors and little tweaks around the heart center. Just give over to the feeling and let them clear any heartache away from the lower and higher hearts. You may be feeling the light blue energy at the throat, which could deal with past life karma or even future life karma, or help you speak out confidently as well. The third eye chakra would be a deep blue colour, the colour of the midnight sky. Or the crown may be white or violet. See if you can feel where in your body you are gaining the most healing. And somebody now leans forward and whispers a word in your ear. A word for you to concentrate on in the coming weeks. Something that you probably knew you needed to work on, but maybe were a bit scared to. Grow in confidence and use the colour yellow to face the fears. And sigh out for me. Just going to send the angelic Reiki master symbol into you all now. Don't worry, Curvy Diva, I didn't even know I was going to do this until I pushed the button. This is a little impromptu one. And then soon a beautiful kind of etheric snow starts to fall. Look at all the snowflake shapes of the light snow. Feel it as it touches you. Further giving you some sacred geometry and crystalline work. And then you are invited to sit up again and breathe out. And someone glides over to you with a basket full of semi-precious gems. Just reach in and choose a coloured crystal that you are drawn to. And then pop it into your heart chakra. And you can take the energy of this crystalline mineral with you. So you thank these guides, fairies and angels. And then we start to walk out of the temple, trusting that at the time that is right for you, your wishes will come true. And you take one last look around and you thank them all. And you start to descend the stairs back to your little boat where your guide is waiting for you rather. And the boat is cast off and you glide back across the serene pool. Still feeling your healing, remembering the colours that jumped out at you, the colour crystal that you put into your heart, the area that was worked on. And take another look now at the cloak you wear, because this will be what you need to work on over the days ahead. And remembering the word you were given. And when you dock at the other side, you say goodbye to your guide this evening and thank them. And then you walk back up the steps. 1, 2, and 3, opening the doorway into your sacred space and closing it behind you, taking your hood off and hanging it back up. And then look for your comfortable chair and go and sit down. And then when you are ready, take a deep breath and sigh out. And start to grow roots out of your feet and even out of your backside, down through the chair and into the ground below you. They grow down and down and down, regrounding you. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, opening your eyes. Lovely. I hope you all enjoyed that. I had no idea what we were doing until we were doing it. So I hope I didn't stutter too much. Right. Okay. I shall do a few readings with cards. So I'm going to give this a shuffle. Start to give you your bright emojis. Thank you, Michael Joshua, for that donation. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these now. And fill the page up with your comments, guys. I'm going to pull one out for the collective. Thank you, Curvy Diva. I know who you are, Curvy Diva. Okay, so who am I drawn to and who would like a reading? I'm going to ask my guides to work with your guides. Okay, Kaylee Walker. Send your energy into this pack, Kaylee, and think about what you need help with. Okay. Okay, it's the crystal path has come out for you, mineral spirits and crystal beings. So I would say if you have an interest in crystals and minerals, now perhaps is the time to start looking at them. They're giving me a black one for you. Hello, Hazel. Giving me a black crystal for you. So I am thinking that you need to work on grounding. Perhaps you feel a bit lofty sometimes. Thinking of a black crystal, even if you haven't got one, will help you. Thinking of earth, thinking of all the little crystals in the earth. You know, the grains of sand, they're also pieces of crystal. So grounding. And any black crystal will help you ground. I have big tourmaline here. What else have I got? I have got, this is meteorite. This is really spacey and really grounding at the same time. Okay, so this will also help you. Right, okay. Well done, Keely. So perhaps crystal. Choose a different crystal each week and have a play with it and see what you get. I'm going to leave that with you. Right. Okay. Okay, Sterling Bloom, ASMR. Project your energy into this pack now. And these are just general readings. I have no idea what is going to come up. These are mainly light worker cards. Sterling something ASMR. Ah, emotions, memory, life force, water spirits. Are you able to get near the water? Are you able to give your sadness to the water? Or connecting with it and feeling where it is inside you. I can tell you that the Sacral Chakra is a water center. So I would say, oh no, they're telling me to drink. You need to drink a bit more, but they are telling me to tell you to bless your water before you drink it. Okay, that was someone ASMR. I can't remember who the name was. But blessing your water, trying not to drink out of the plastic, and choosing perhaps one crystal a week, we're getting back to crystals again, to activate your water with. Okay, but make sure you don't put selenite in or malachite because they are poisonous. Okay, yeah, shungite is a good one. Thank you, Hazel. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you. I have no idea if I'm being right or wrong. I'm just getting what's coming to me. Okay, right, so I'll give this another little shuffle. Okay, David James, as you were first here, you get a reading. Okay, David, project your energy. I will pick one out for the collective as well. David James, what does David James need to know right now? Fairy energy, growth, expansion, and a flowering. Okay, David James, desperately trying to grow. You're trying to open your heart center, I feel. Doing some work on the heart would be very beneficial for you. Try and let go of all the things that has happened in the past. Recognize them, don't go into them. Just recognize they happened and say goodbye to them and then start again. Today is the first day of your new life. As the fairies have come up, I'm getting, I think you need to go for a walk somewhere. Even if you live in the middle of the city, you can still find the fairy folk around, okay? They are everywhere. So maybe go down to your local park and find a nice area to sit and start communing. That might be a good idea for you to do. Maybe you've been stuck in lockdown like the rest of us have, so now is your time to go out. And don't be disappointed if you don't see one. Just feel the healing of the plant energy. I've only seen a fairy once. We're always trying to see them, but they don't often show themselves. But take the energy of whichever flower or plant your eyes rest upon and thank them for that healing and showing you the beautiful leaf foliage. Okay. Growth and expansion. This will be where you find you need to work. Okay. Outside. Right. Okay. And some of you may be able to take these messages. Quite often Spirit works with, they say things that we all need to hear. Okay. Well, some people do, Nancy, yes, some people believe that the fairies turn into angels. They are on the same. Okay, yeah, Honantan H, with all the rainbows and the hearts. I've seen your name a few times. Okay. Project your energy into these light worker cards. What does Yehnanta? I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. Okay, your card has come up. The pathway, direction, purpose and change. You've either got a crossroads in front of you or you've got a way opening up for you, but I'm thinking that perhaps you're a bit nervous as to whether to go down that path. Well, when we go up a mountain, we have a plateau at the top and then we come down. So I would say if you're just a bit nervous, do it. But if your gut is telling you no, then don't do it. But no pain, no gain. You know, you're not going to get the gain of exercise unless your calves hurt, are you? So maybe you need to follow that path, even if it doesn't lead out to where you hope it will. You will learn something about yourself upon the way. Okay. Remember, the head can be wrong, the heart can be wrong, but the gut isn't wrong, okay? And the reason the head and the heart can be wrong is because we wish to help people. We always want to make things better. And we want to hope in people. Okay? Right. Okay, let's do another one. Let's put these cards back in. Let me see, just see who I'm drawn to. Live, live, live. Sending your energy. What does Liv need to know right now? The very bottom one for you, Liv. Okay, a homeward traveller, completion, reunion, return. Okay, is something coming to the end? Have you had a few irons in the fire? Okay, I'm getting that things have gone into the fire. It may need a bit more stirring before completion, okay? You may have one more step to do. But have faith, things are working around you. Asking your guides and helpers. I'm getting a grandmother. Getting a grandmother energy, possibly from paternal line, but I'm unsure of that. I'm not really a medium, but I'm getting a grandmother kind of energy for you to ask. Okay. So a little bit more of waiting, but you're nearly on the homeward bound stretch. Okay, nearly there. And just trust that things are happening in the background. Okay, I'll leave that with you. Right, I will do one more and then I'll do one for everyone. Okay. Okay, Amanda Misra. Sending your energy, Amanda, to me. Asking our guides to work together. And what does Amanda need to know right now? Okay, Amanda. You really do have a lot of questions, don't you? The oracle has come up for you. What are you seeking answers to? Sometimes the answers are not the journey. The journey is in, the lessons are in the journey rather, the quest. We've all heard of King Arthur's quest. It's not the grail that's the ticket at the end. It's the actual journey growing towards that, okay? So make sure you don't have too many questions. And I'm getting that maybe sometimes you're trying a bit too hard. Are you a bit of a seeker? Sacred living, sacred speaking and intervention. Okay, so perhaps maybe stop seeking so much and just let things come to you, and you should be able to get the answers you need. Again, trusting in your guides and helpers, asking them. Okay, Amanda, is any of this making sense? Are you a seeker? Are you always looking for something? Okay, sometimes don't worry about the answers. It's just the journey towards it that is where you learn the most. So we may never get an answer to our questions, but the journey is a lot of fun. Okay, so I would say pay attention to the journey more than the answers. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you. That is sacred living, sacred spirit speaking and intervention. Okay, right, I am now going to do one card for everyone. I wish I could do you all. I wish I could do you all today, but I can't. I've got 2 lessons in a minute. That's why I haven't been online for because I've been doing too much teaching. Right, okay, so everybody send your energy into the cards. And we want a bit of guidance for the collective, for everybody who watches this now, and for everybody who will come to this, from every continent around our beautiful green earth. What do we all need to know now? Okay, the spirit of spring, freedom, action and power. So for those of you in the normal hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, we are in late spring now. But the energy of spring can be for everyone, even those in the southern hemisphere. It's that spark, that new initiative, that thing that you need, the enthusiasm for life, the enthusiasm for going out again. Many of us have been stuck in all winter because of this red blob thing that I'm not going to mention. When we go out, when we start to creep out of our little sanctuaries, do it with enthusiasm. Notice the new things around you, the new birds, the new flowers that had time to grow when we weren't driving our cars past. But do it safely. But do it with joy. We now know what it was like to have our movements curtailed, don't we? Find the joy in that freedom, but be sensible with it, okay? But it could be the freedom to draw. It could be the freedom to create a beautiful flower arrangement. It could be arranging the scatter cushions on your sofa. Do everything with enthusiasm. Okay, and yes, that person, E. Wright, who's going to be on a summer camp, you have the young minds in your hand. You know, mold them well, mold them sensibly. Okay, youngsters aren't sensible, are we? We weren't, were we? We all messed around. But don't squash any ideas, and explore the ideas you get. How can you bring that into your daily life? How can you bring that enthusiasm? Because once you bring enthusiasm into your really boring jobs, like the washing the dishes, it's twice as fun, and you have a bit more zest for life. If if you're a glass half empty person, you need to shift that to glass half full, because otherwise life is going to be drudgery for you. Okay, so I'm going to leave that beautiful new spring energy, ripe energy with everyone for whatever they do. Okay, so I thought we could do now 5 minutes perhaps of world healing. Let's just imagine ourselves all around the globe. Imagine the globe, and then imagine little green dots all over it from where you are all sitting. All 137 of us are sitting around this globe. And let's just join the Reiki energy together. You can probably visualize the earth in your mind with beautiful green pathways opening up to each other. Imagining our guides, helpers, angels and fairies all joining in, amplifying the energy, holding space so that we can send healing. So if you have the names of people, somebody's cat was poorly, we're going to put that cat at the top of the list. And if you have friends, relatives, yourself, your children, people that you know are ill, just type the name up and it will go up. Okay, so I'm going to kick this off with all of the people who are too scared to go back out into life now. It is worrying. To those who have been really stuck inside, learning to venture out again, boldly and bravely, but sensibly. I'm also going to send out healing to our care workers and the doctors and nurses, the people who also put our food from the farm to the delivery drivers. They need to keep going as well. Okay? Anybody who is sick in hospital for whatever reason. And I'm also going to send it to the scientists and to our governments to make sensible decisions. And I'm going to send the distance healing symbol Honsha ze sho Honsha ze sho Honsha ze sho Okay. Just send a couple more. Okay, Natalie, coming to you. And to Beatrice. I didn't see all the names, but all the governments need help. This is a totally new thing for all of us. Okay. So some of you may be able to feel that energy coming out of your hand. You may be able to feel it coming out of my hands, but trust that if you didn't feel it, it was still working. I couldn't feel Reiki energy, even though I was a Reiki practitioner for a couple of years for a while, but I just trusted it went and people still said it helped. Okay, so we're going to ask our guides and helpers now to carry on that healing on each of us for the next 3 days, as that's what Chi does. And we're also going to ask it to come and help the people who have yet to watch this, who will join in later if they watch it. And to all the people whose name was mentioned. And to the groups of people that we have missed out. Okay. Okay, so just putting your hands down onto the ground and sending the last energies down into Mother Earth for her healing. Okay, and now we need to close down. You guys have been on a journey, so I need to close your chakras down. So I just want you to mentally thank your guides and helpers and ask them, that's my cat, ask them to step back from you. And putting a stop sign over your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral and base, and sending all excess energies down to Mother Earth for her healing. Step into a navy blue sleeping bag, zip it up over your head. Peace above you, below you, and all around you. Thank you very much for coming and seeing me in my lounge, and I hope this was all right for you. Have a good week. See you all soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.